Howdy doody, the next match off we go, and we are going to have spawning as the red Zerg on the left top corner. It is raLLoD from Team Rage.
And in the bottom left, we have a Protoss player, finally. I love Protoss. We have Kerr, the winner of the last tournament.
We had one Protoss in this tournament, and it has been the most annoying Protoss you could possibly meet. It was Pookie, and you know, Pookie was, I think, trying to annoy his opponent. By the way, did Mishu win that best of 3? I haven't checked after that, but I imagine in the second game, Pookie has already messed with Mishu's head so much that it was difficult.
Yeah, I was checking through the brackets earlier, but I couldn't find it. Couldn't find that particular game.
Yeah, alright, so we'll check later. But anyway, guys, again, Zerg versus Protoss, what do we have here? It's a pylon that's going to be a part of Forge Fast Expand. Nothing new from Kerr, nothing surprising, no proxy gates, no 4-gate, none of that stuff. What can I expect? Yes, we have something extraordinary here. Yes, one of my favorite moves that Zerg can do in a Zerg versus Protoss game, which is making a hatchery here. Now, this delays Protoss quite a lot. And you may say, oh, I'm a Zerg, and I hate when Protosses put a pylon in my expansion, it's so annoying. Now, when this happens to you, when you play as a Protoss, what do you call that if not annoying?
I don't know. Very annoying. You know, 1,500 hit points of annoying. I don't know what exactly you would call that. It's a pretty cool starting of the wall up over here. It's really nice. I haven't seen too many wall-ins on this map, but I do like the ones that build sort of closer and down rather than all at the ramp, because it's a pretty big ramp.
And now this proxy expansion can go two ways. Usually Zergs just cancel it and that's it. And then sometimes if they want to be extra annoying, they build a Evo chamber on the creep that's left there. But in this case, you know, what it does is it messes up with the placement of the pylon. Sorry, of the cover. We have someone lagging in the game.
He's building a queen.
Who is lagging?
Oh my god.
I think we have someone lagging in the game, but yeah, it seems to be over. Are you with me?
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, maybe my neighbors were just downloading too many porn. But
hopefully not.
Yeah, if the police knocks on my door, I will just say, no, it's the next door. You have the wrong guy.
I don't know, 5 seconds. I think he's actually gonna queen out. I think he's gonna get a queen out. Oh yes, he's gonna lay a creep tumor.
That's as good as it gets.
Oh my god.
And the Zerglings, you know, in par with the Broodlings, they will manage to at least try to... No, they don't. Oh my god. If you know, if raLLoD would have focused that top cannon, he would have been able to pick it off. But right now, no. And this creep tumor, that is going to be so annoying. I guess it's outside the visibility range. Yeah, because you know, guys, for those of you who are just starting your adventure with Starcraft, the creep tumors are invisible and you need detection in order to destroy them. Now this creep tumor is outside the detection range of this cannon, and there is another creep tumor at the top, and I expect that's not the last of them. So getting a queen out, placing creep tumors, I can just say that this probably messed with Kerr's strategy a lot.
Wow, what an awesome way to start the series. Wow. At first I was thinking, well, you know, that's a lot of minerals to be investing that early. How he's going to make it pay off? But I mean, delaying the expansion for this long is certainly making it pay off. Apparently, you need 3 cannons to take down the hatchery fast enough.
And what this makes the Protoss to do is you are doing basically a one-base play with a robo. And even though you are still delayed because you have built your forge and cannons first, so this is one of the worst things that can happen. It's very ineffective for you, and you know, one way of stopping it is just having something that the Zerg is not able to put down, that something chasing the drone, so it's not able to put down a hatchery there. And right now, you see, Kerr is expecting, okay, the creep will be declining, but he doesn't know that there is another creep tumor on the top. So this is super annoying and one of the worst things that could happen to Kerr in this.
And he sent the observer across the map.
Yay! I
And
want
he's
to
not
see
building
the
another
world!
one. He sent the observer across the map. He's not building another one. And at this point in time, he's going to notice that the rounded shape from a creep tumor that is not the creep tumor that he killed is slowly appearing. He's going to realize that it's not going to go away.
Oh,
The income
so
for
bad.
raLLoD is outrageously ahead.
So bad
This
for
has got to be
Kerr.
so frustrating for Kerr.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So, okay, right now we have raLLoD who is switching to the layer tech now. He can easily afford that. Free bases, spine crawlers. I mean, he has it all. He has everything he needs. The only thing that he needs to be careful of is some form of a one base play from Protoss. But since, you know, Kerr is taking an expansion, and he has to, by the way, because, you know, any attack, any timing that he could possibly think of is just going to be too late. And even another creep tumor there just to annoy him even further. And that's it. Now he'll be able to take a third base in his natural. But
Finally cleans it up.
yeah, I don't expect he'll be able to hold it for too long though. There's a whole stream of Zerglings on the map right now. There's 33 of them and only a couple of sentries and an immortal to defend that. There's not even enough gateways. Oh, Kerr trying to do a wall, but he's too late. Force fields. What a beautiful set of force fields.
Nice save. Nice save. Well done.
But that's probably not enough to save his situation, and there's still a missing spot in his wall at the front. There is no bailing nest though, so no bailing bus. And there is a fine wall right now on the third, so he currently only needs to defend his natural, but again, with being so undermanned, he may have a lot of issues with that.
Oh, late force fields.
Not so good, yeah.
Offsetting the excellent force fields from before with some slightly late force fields. Not gonna be able to trap those lings. They're gonna escape. Be able to hold this super powerful watchtower in the middle.
So I'm sorry, guys. I think Kerr is, you know, back against the wall, and he's trying to stay alive. That's the only thing he can do right now. He's trying so hard. You know, he's trying even harder than this probe that is trying to get past ahead. Of the immortal that was blocking the way. That probe was one of the hard-working probes that you could see. So anyway, yeah.
As a probe, I mean, an immortal is a very, very heavy thing, and they've kind of plant themselves there. So the fact that the probe managed to push it out of the way, I mean, he should be at least gathering some extra minerals. I mean, if he's that strong, only 5 minerals. I mean, he's kind of dogging at this point in time. Really should be taking 6 or 7.
I think the immortal was surprised at the point where the probe has lifted his skirt off and went underneath that. It was, oh, what's that? Oh, it's a probe. Sorry, I was blocking the way. Yeah. So anyway, at this point we have Kerr going for phoenixes from double starport. That is an idea that, you know, he has to do something else. He cannot go for a standard play because whatever he does, he'll be late. And he did scout with his observer, by the way. That was still somewhere here. He did scout the spire, so he's expecting mutalisks, and you know, having phoenixes to defend that is very good. Phoenixes are extremely effective at dealing with mutalisks, and Kerr doesn't have enough force to deal with them otherwise. He cannot afford Blink Stalkers, and Mesru lagging again. I'm sorry, Mesru, but this is probably the last. This is probably the last time you're joining our games. Yeah.
But I mean, the mutalisks are coming in. They're going to be at least dealing some damage. There's a lot of mutalisks there. I don't get the exact count, but I don't know about like whether those phoenixes are going to be able to ward them off.
Probably. Well, they should, but then Kerr is probably going to lose a lot of probes. By the way, my dear honey admin, could you please contact Mesru and tell him not to join any other games because he's probably the reason for all the lags. So, kinda rough. I like Mesru, he's a good guy, but what you can do. Alright, We're here. The Phoenixes, oh, they jumped straight into the mass of Mutalisks and they all get ripped apart. One Phoenix did get picked off, but besides that, you know, these Mutalisks are now sorry that they tried to attempt what they did.
Chases him down.
Alright, Mestro is
Finishes
being a
them off.
persistent bugger, saying that he's not leaving, and it shouldn't happen again. But yeah, we'll discuss that after the game. Anyway, hopefully there will be no lags now. We have a mass of Phoenixes, and of course, you know, raLLoD is aware of that. He'll be trying to move with his Mutas, but then he needs to be extra careful because you know, if you don't have Corruptors with your Mutas, what I'm saying, he already has Corruptors, so he's quite safe. He just needs to be careful about Queen picks and about picking off of his Overlords.
Yep. Fortunately for Kerr, the Phoenix are faster than anything that the Zerg player has, so he should be able to out-micro his opponent, keep those Phoenix alive, and at least be annoying in some aspect.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Kerr right now, you know, what is amazing is that he is still in this game. And it seems that Zerg just didn't take the advantage when he had it. raLLoD didn't take the advantage of delaying Kerr so hard. Perhaps he didn't realize it, it's so difficult. But if you take a look at army supply, it's getting even. And that just proves a point that many casters have made over the ages, that, you know, if you leave your opponent for too long, and even if you are far ahead, the longer he goes, the less ahead you are. Alright, another attack with the Corruptors up front, protecting the poor Mutalisks. But then, Corruptors in such a low numbers against Stalkers and against Phoenixes are probably not going to be effective.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. He's going for Flyer Carapace. Now, I know in a Muta versus Muta battle, the Flyer Carapace is the way to go. But Muta versus Phoenix, I feel like maybe the attack might be better because it's going to be applying 3 times, whereas the defense is only going to be applying twice. So maybe a kind of a long play coming out of raLLoD for this, but we have the +1 air weapons coming in from Kerr, so
what he may be thinking too is, you know, what Kerr is expecting of me. He's probably expecting a brutal transition, and you know what he's not expecting me to do is just go more Mutas. So he's probably waging the odds at Kerr, ignoring the fact that he's going for mass Muta. Does that make sense to you?
It's definitely possible. I mean, I've seen mass Muta kill many a Protoss before. It's definitely unorthodox, but maybe Kerr won't see it coming. There's a lot of Mutas, though. I mean, at this point in time, when he sees this flock, he has to know what's going on.
Yeah, but Kerr reacts correctly to that. He doesn't have a lot of
He's
map
gonna
vision.
chase him down.
Oh, and the Corruptors get sniped.
Raptors.
Oh my god, not so good, not such a good engagement for the Zerg. But the question is, oh my god, all the Phoenixes were bunched up and all of them got the splash damage from the Mutas. Not good.
Not good at all. There's just way too many Mutas in that force. I feel like using the Phoenixes to be micro-intensive and stay away from him might work out pretty well, but just running head-on to a giant Muta flock like that, I think he underestimated the strength of the Muta.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And right now the Muta's trying to pick off a building or two inside the base. There's enough of them, and I'm afraid there's not enough Phoenixes. And again bunched up, a very nice snipe. Great reflexes from raLLoD, and right now he's just capitalizing on the advantage that he has, and he's not very worried or bothered in, you know, with the fact that he has lost a lot of Mutas, but you know, considering the losses that he managed to inflict upon his enemy, that's quite okay, I would say.
I actually have to retract my statement about upgrades. It looks like he's just going one at a time either direction, so he's got the 1-1 upgrades on the Mutalisks now. So he's just sort of going back and forth, and I think he is going for this mass Mutalisk play, at least for a while. I mean, it's working for him pretty well.
Oh, a very nice blink, and I think raLLoD was just overzealous with this attack, and the Corruptors get picked. Still a lot of Mutas, and this is a place where I feel that raLLoD should strongly transfer to, switch to other tech. It's time for a Broodlord tech. It's time, well, maybe not Broodlords when you have so many Phoenixes on the opposing side, but perhaps Infestor. A Zergling run by here at the front doing some damage, picking up a couple of Stalkers, but not too much.
Not too much at all.
So where does this game go from now? We have a lot of air upgrades, and I guess this is the best point to switch to a ground-based army. If he would have gone, raLLoD that is, if he would have gone for Infestor, if he would have gone for a lot of Roaches, Lynx, and even Hydras would be awesome. Hydra, Roach, and Infestor army would just beat Kerr and beat what he has. But Kerr is still staying in this game somehow. He's clinging to his geo life, and there's not too much that raLLoD can do with this bunch of Mutalisks. He has to find some form of a blind spot where Kerr misses the attack, but it's very difficult when Kerr is bunkered so hard.
The thing that these mutas are giving raLLoD, however, is map control. He can take pretty much any base on the map that he wants, and he is doing that. The minerals in the main base are pretty much gone for Kerr, and he's down to 2 bases mining, whereas raLLoD can keep trading all day, and he has tons of income to back it up and remax his army over and over again.
That equals 2,000 minerals right now, and that's only because he has used a lot of that just a second ago. Another nice blink, and ooh, raLLoD has forced a blink, and right now the Stalkers cannot participate in this battle. Oh, another
all the
blink,
Phoenixes are down. Oh my god.
Not so good. Most of the Phoenixes are down. That I guess was the goal of raLLoD. The Corruptors will still stay alive. Will he go for Broodlords with that? No.
Nope,
he goes for
mutas
even more mutas. He's crazy, man. I think raLLoD has lost his mind in this game.
I don't know. He's making it work. I mean, the fourth, like, Kerr is trapped. He can't take a 4th base anywhere. He's building Stalkers and Phoenix, and it's still not working. Well, raLLoD has the upgrade advantage.
Do you think that his tactics is just to slowly weather his opponent and make him more vulnerable with each attack because he can afford many attacks in a row?
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a starvation play. He's just making sure that Kerr never gets a 4th base up ever, and he just takes the map, making use of the Mutalisks to harass and just keep Kerr in his base forever. And that's what we see again. 4th base tries to go up. Lynx come by.
Yeah, not a lot of minerals left for Kerr. All of the minerals in the main are mined up. We have a 4th base that Kerr tries to secure. I'm not sure how he's going to hold to that. I mean, the Zerglings will go there in a matter of seconds, and we saw raLLoD regularly sending their run-bys of Zerglings, so, you know, there's not much that Kerr can do right now. Oh no,
they're on an attack move, though. There's a couple... This is a couple of missteps from raLLoD in a row. First of all, he had the Zerglings over here killing the Nexus, and he ran away with them because I believe they were in the same control group as something else.
Now,
may have been in the same control
those
group
Zealots have been on starvation for a week or two. Now, Kerr moves out with his army, and the question is, will he be able to take the battle to his enemy? He's going for that. He doesn't have any other option right now. And
that is a huge spine wall.
Yeah, but there's a spine wall, so... oh! Hello! Yeah, so that's it.
This is just some intense starvation play.
Yeah.
raLLoD saying, nope, you will never be able to deal any damage to me, and you will never be able to take a 4th base.
A nice set of force fields, but then the Colossi is going to get sniped. And can you smell that? I think we have a GG coming up.
Oh, it's definitely a GG. 11 more mutas on the way again. Always raLLoD building his mutas and
so how many bases does the Zerg have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases, 8 bases on the map. Oh my god. He can basically afford anything. He's like a Rockefeller of Starcraft 2.
Yeah, the gas's income is getting close to 3 times that of the Protoss, so he's got a huge tech advantage, being able to build pretty much wherever he wants, but
why does he stick with mutas? I don't think that's the most effective thing you can do right now.
I don't know, it might be sort of a stylistic choice. I mean...
Alright.
There's lots of Blink Stalkers. I don't know how well this is going to work out for raLLoD, and I think as time goes on, you become more and more correct about switching to Broodlords and Infestors or something
Well,
else. But
it becomes less and less effective because the Stalkers get a shield upgrade, and with each shield upgrade and an armor upgrade, they just mitigate the splash damage from Mutalisks. So when you get 0/0 Mutalisks against 0/0 Stalkers, then, you know, the Stalkers may lose, but the further you go into the late game, the more upgrades the Stalkers have, the more resistant they are to splash damage. And right now, I guess raLLoD is just trying to, you know, he's trying to use the fact that Kerr cannot be in all places at once, but then with Phoenixes so fast, I don't think raLLoD is doing a good job with pinning this game to the end. But then he caught a bunch of Phoenixes again, a mistake by Kerr where he went overzealous, and then I think it's the 5th time in this game where he just went too far ahead with the Phoenixes. It's a nice bait. And by the way, wow, one of the Zerg bases, oh come on, Mestru. That's the last warning. You'll not be casting this tournament anymore. I'm sorry.
but I mean, I think the huge thing in this game is that the 4th base of Kerr at this point is now up and could have been taken out by raLLoD, but he missed his opportunity. And this is the point where Kerr is finally beginning to weather off those Mutalisks, and he's beginning to get his unit composition, his upgrades up, so that he can deal with Mutalisk, where raLLoD's not transitioning at all.
Exactly right. Now, let me remind you guys, if you want to win a Jägerisk TV t-shirt, and the logo is up there, if you want to have a t-shirt like that, what you need to do is go to Reddit. There will be a link to the thread on the Reddit right now, on the chat, and you just need to leave a comment there, and you'll participate in drawing of the prizes, and you may just win one of the awesome t-shirts that we have. Back to the game. The game is up again, and another engagement at the middle where a bunch of Zerglings have just regretted the fact they went there.
Couple of suicidal links. They're like, no, I can't believe we're still building mutas. I'm out of here. Forget this. I'm charging into the army.
I can't handle the pressure! And then another engagement. You know, I just wonder if raLLoD is trying to troll Kerr to show him, oh, I'm so good, I'm going to beat you Mass Muta, no matter what you do. But right now we have a mothership on the way. If Kerr manages to transition to Archons, then he may pick this whole army off. And he actually is looking like he may have a chance at winning this. I mean, I don't want to say that this is all due to the fact that raLLoD is so stubborn with sticking to the Mutas, but Kerr has played extremely well after a very bad beginning. But on the other hand, I feel that Kerr is slowly starved here.
Now, he did manage to get his 4th base up. And he's defending it with lots of cannons, so the Zergling run by didn't deal that much damage there. He has the mothership up now, Morling suicidally running into this cannon line, and then running back. These ones are like, no, we're not doing that. We're afraid of cannons. We'll go back. We'll tell the Cerberate, no, there are cannons there. We can't do that.
Yeah, and again, raLLoD right now did manage to find a weak spot, picked off a couple of workers, used up a blink on the Stalkers, and right now is going for the main. What is he going for? I mean, in this game he dominates the map completely, but he is so... Let's take a look at the losses tab. We have nearly 40,000 resources lost for the Zerg, while we have only 23 for the Protoss. So this is how effective raLLoD's play is. Zed is probably not the most cost-effective race out there, but hey.
Yeah, and the other thing too, he's fallen behind the upgrades. He's stopped at 2-2. He hasn't gotten any other upgrades aside from that. He's just expanding, taking the map, and building more Mutalisks and Corruptors, and that's it. So I mean, this must be working for him in practice against Protoss, even in the long games. And he's actually going to come in here while the Protoss army is away. Get a couple of kills,
by the way, guys, I wasn't aware of that, but I just learned that this is actually a second game between raLLoD and Kerr is already leading 1-0, so if raLLoD loses this one, he's out of the tournament.
Oh, wow.
So, a very unsafe bet, and again, the Mutalisks, you know, the numbers of Mutalisks are just dropping like crazy. All of them get picked off. by the Phoenixes, by the Stalkers. A very nice focus of micro from Kerr, and he will pick off the Zerg's base again. So hey, it starts to look good for Kerr, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, raLLoD on the other end though is doing the very best that he can. He's trying to be wherever the opponent's army is not at all points in time. I really would like to see those 3-3 upgrades running. Oh no, he sacrificed a bunch of Phoenixes. They're faster than the rest of the army, and he's got them all in one control group. So they get in there way too soon.
By the way, Kerr is doing harassment on the other side of the map, and he has just picked up another expansion from the Zerg with just 6 or 7 Stalkers. So that's awesome. Kerr multitasking is on spot right now. He has everything that he needs to win this match. He just needs to be careful not to lose too many buildings in his base. And
in
also,
the meantime, all of these mutas died. He must have went over and looked at this base to defend it for a second, and they were just sitting on top of Blink Stalkers, and so many mutas got taken out there. Kerr with a huge supply advantage right now.
Yeah, and you know, if you ask me earlier, that's not how we would have expected this match to continue.
Not at all.
Kerr has let these Stalkers chill here, but that was not a very good decision because they will all get picked off. None of them will be coming back home for Christmas, I'm afraid. And raLLoD trying to establish another set of bases. He's splitting his army. Sorry, that's Kerr. Splitting his army in a couple of parts just to take down as many structures and units as he possibly can right now. And raLLoD is probably on, you know, all of his force right now, trying to crawl back, but I don't see much of a way of how he's going to manage that. And oh my god, yes, we have a vortex. It doesn't catch all of the mutas, but it catches enough. A lot of losses for the Zerg, and again raLLoD losing all of his forces nearly at once, so I'm sorry.
Running right into cans with the mutaflock like that, just, it's not gonna work out. Oh, and the surround with the Blink Stalkers. A couple more sacrificial lings.
Yes! Oh, that's such a nice play.
That, of course, is the
and
Blink Stalker toilet. GG.
GG from raLLoD. What an unexpected turn of events.
Well played.
So, it was well played. It was extremely well played. I mean, such a long game can just extinguish your will to live. And at a certain point, I can easily imagine a situation where a weaker player than Kerr would have thought, okay, I was so far behind the whole game. I'm going to lose this probably anyway. Why would I even try? But Kerr has done everything. He has clung to his dear life with his teeth, and he managed to survive. He managed to take the game, and 2-0, and he goes. What is the stage of the tournament, by the way? Let's just check. And Kerr advances to the round of 4, I think.
I'm third round.
Checking.
Oh no, raLLoD, yeah, the 4th round. Yep, he's gonna be going up against No Match next.
All right, we have
Grandmaster Protoss player.
Yeah, we have Liquid Snoot waiting for his opponent right now, or not. Okay, guys. Anyway, we'll be back in a second, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Jäger's Master Cup. It's going to get only better. See you later, alligator.